Hey, what's up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to the second part and the final part of my massive 75,000 FIFA point pack opening binge. Now, what you're going to see again today is the highlights of the second half of this little pack opening. See the best players that we get. In the first episode of this one, the first half, we discussed, well, I told you guys about the way to sort of maximize your players and your coins right at the start of the game. By making sure that you sell on the players rather than just discarding and all that sort of stuff. And I've got another little tip for you that I've been doing throughout this week as well, which is basically what I tend to do is some of the informs that come out this week. They are very cheap. There's a lot of them out on the market. People are trying to get rid of them so they can get some coins to start off with. Now, there's certain ones which are 10,000 coins buy it now, and that is discard price basically. So what I tend to do is pick them up. Pick up one or two of each of the players. It may not work this year, who knows, but it has done every single year. Oh, we get an 87 rated Modric right there, decent player, as well as a daily blend in this as a duplicate as well. That's not too bad. He'll sell on for about 2,500 coins right now, but Modric is staying in the club for the time being. But yeah, basically, I pick up the informs, the really cheap ones. So this week there's like three. There's that Icardi from Inter Milan, and there's two goalkeepers. One is a Colombian, one's a Portuguese. So I picked both of them, or all three of them up for 10,000 coins each, just below, and they're going to just sit in my club. In previous years, what's happened is the low costly informs, as they go out of packs, as the full game actually releases and everyone's opening packs and whatnot, they realise that they want to use these players a few months down the line, and actually, because there's less people opening them right now, there's actually less of them than there would be a normal team of the week. So they actually become slightly rarer. They sit in people's clubs. There's not as many of them out on the market. And they tend to be worth something. Now, you could do this with some of the other informs like Jeremy Menez. He's about 20 to 30k. I reckon he probably would go up in price. So if you've got one of him, I'd keep him for now. But in order to do it sort of non-risk, buy the discard one. So if you buy someone for 10,000 coins and they discard for 9,500 or whatever it is, you're not really losing much if this little technique doesn't actually turn out. You know, you might find that in a month or so that player's going for 30, 40k. Who knows? If that happens, well, come back and thank me then. But that's just the way that you can do it risk-free, is to basically well, it's not completely risk-free. If you wanna possibly lose out on 500 coins, then you can go ahead and do that. But I've already seen recently that Icardi guy is maybe creeping up just 1,000 coins or so. He's now probably 10,500 to 11,000 coins rather than the discard price that he was. Just because I think a few people are realizing that they need to pick him up whilst he's very cheap, because he will be going up in price. Now, as you can see in the background, we're opening all of our packs up here, trying to get some good players. And for the amount that I've opened in this session, we haven't really got anyone that's absolutely amazing. Well, not just yet anyway. We do get a nice player coming up in just a moment. But people like Modric and Muller and Lloris have been sort of the standout players for us so far. That's not really amazing. We pick up a Joe Hart right there, and Felipe Luis. I get him quite a lot, and it's a lovely player to get because he's worth like 13, 14k at the moment. So I'm just going to sell him on every time and get that lovely, lovely coinage. We do pick ourselves up an 87 rated Philip Lahm right there. That's a nice pull. I do enjoy getting him. I've had him a couple of times now, which is amazing. We get ourselves a Varane who looks incredible this year. So much pace. But I think this next pack coming up is probably our big one. You may have already seen it on my other video before. I pick up a Diego Costa in form. It's the second time I've packed him because I got him in my first little pack opening session on the console, and now we've got him on this account on the web app as well. He's about 350,000 coins. That's a really, really tidy pull, and will give me a nice base for profit in the future. Now, he's a strange one because normally you would say, oh, definitely keep him. He'll be worth loads in a couple of weeks' time. But the guy's killing it in the Premier League, so in all seriousness, he might get another inform coming up really shortly. Now, if that happens, the first inform's going to drop in price, and you're not really going to see much of a return from what you got in this first player. So it's quite difficult to realise who to sell, who to keep. It's all a gamble, but it's all fun at the end of the day as well. We end this pack opening with two Memphis Depays, which is quite good because he's worth about 14,000 coins at the moment, or 12,000 or something like that. But anyway, that's the end of this binge. We've got 70,000 FIFA points left, which I will open throughout the course of the next few days. So you may see 1 or 2 more pack openings from me, but then we'll really crack on with the squad builders and whatnot. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all of your support lately. I nearly got through it. Catch you next time, guys. Peace.